The Minecraft Legends trailer is something that we've been overanalyzing for more than a week.
But when it's all we have for a brand new Minecraft game, can you really blame us?
Ah, yes, I've taught him well. We've watched this enough that we have some details for you that you may actually have missed.
Because you don't want to waste your time watching trailers over and over and over again.
No, we don't.
No.
Let's do it. In a tent creeper. Aw man, I love that meme. During the introduction to this new world, we're actually being shown a peaceful overworld where monsters and friendly mobs alike relax and play together. The main thing we can see being zombie villagers playing in the village next to normal villagers without going berserk. I said normal weird, but let's ignore it. And that's already odd enough. However, even further in the background, we can actually see two creepers playing with each other on the hill. They run in, and then they bump into each other, and then they start jumping up and down. Originally, I thought one of them actually starts the explosion animation, but that isn't actually the case. I watched this trailer at a quarter speed, so I made sure that it wasn't actually happening. Either way, it just helps to make the world feel more alive, even if it is just a trailer.
Coming in at number 9, no pillagers. Not to be confused with the villager, vindicator, or illagers. Pillagers are illagers armed with crossbows that patrol the overworld, guard their outposts, participate in raids, sometimes spawning on ravagers in later waves of the raids. They are the weakest and most common of the illagers. Pillagers are hostile towards players, iron golems, wandering traders, and villagers, but not towards baby villagers. But where are they? Like, in this Minecraft Legends, don't they run the overworld too? They definitely would be a great addition to help us take down the piglin army. Maybe they just don't like the race of us crafters. I don't know, but let's decide and say they want to just stay in their lonesome or maybe the distant time. So let's just say they might even be included in the DLC. I would definitely like to see some pillagers with some crossbows.
And it ain't new animal. There have been quite a few animals I've noticed around the trailer for Minecraft Legends, although there also aren't as many as I would typically associate with a Minecraft world. At 1 minute and 41 seconds, we can see in the actual gameplay that there are golden Allay building, and while that's happening, we can see a turtle on the coast, 2 pigs inside the fort that's being built, 1 along the back wall and 1 at the front, and a rabbit in the middle. However, there is one animal that I can't quite pin, and it's actually in the first gameplay scene at 1 minute and 39. I can't tell if the animal at the bottom is a raccoon, a squirrel, or as my Canadian instincts tell me, a beaver. Or it could just be a random dead carcass from one of my many victims, but it's interesting nonetheless. The Canadian in me says that it's a beaver, but that's not a Minecraft thing. Maybe this is just meant to get a feel for how the community reacts to beavers. Although I don't know. I feel bad now.
Coming in at number 7, all mobs are good. Only you can bring together the mobs of the overworld and help them defend their home from the skeletons to zombies. Y'all must work together to overcome the challenges that lay ahead. Unite the overworld and come together to take down the ravenous piglin coming from the Nether to defeat the terrors and horrors to come. So at the end of the day, you must help out all the mobs and you are the hero, hold the brine. Or maybe we want homie to show up, cause him having us on my side, I mean, he's definitely gonna be on my side, that's no question. But I hope he would be on my side, especially if he's in this new iteration of the craft. But from every mob except the piglins, they seem to be on your side this time around, which is kinda crazy. But if mobs are good, that leaves me to say one thing. I'm not a fan of spiders and the jockeys, okay? But we already are horseback riding, so it would be nice to have some jockeys to kinda help us out. Maybe unlock them later on in the game. But even a skeleton jockey, or even being able to get one of them skeleton horses to ride in the game, that would be pretty cool. I mean, we've seen regular horseback riding, but give me a skeleton horse in the Legends, yeah. And
it's 6 ghost golems. Since I mentioned the fort in my last number, let's talk about how there are actually a couple of ghosts, or ghost golems, inside the fort itself while it's being built. Now, we have no way of really knowing if those were placed separately or if they came with the fort, at least right now we don't. But with those ghostly outlines, it's like you're trying to build something in the game The Forest. So to me, it seems like at the very least we're getting a couple of defenders with each structure that we end up building, which would definitely make sense. I don't know if it's the only way to actually get these guys to be on your team, meaning that you'd only have a large army if you built a lot of structures, which I guess in a way would make a form of sense, but that also seems like a lot of grinding for not that much reward, unless these guys are freaking insane, okay? It's also worth noting that since the trailer can be viewed in 4K, I'm guessing the game can be played in 4K as well, especially if you're using Game Pass, because they need to find a way to sell that to you. Because I mean, if you're gonna play this game enough, enough. I mean, you might as well pay the $30 once, and then after the 3 months you'll be saving money instead of spending $10 a month on Game Pass. Unless you play a load of the games on Game Pass, in which case it would be worth it. I'm not built like that, okay? I find a game I like and I hone in on it for months until I'm sick of it, and then I wait 6 months and then I do it again. Or maybe that's just with Skyrim.
Midway through at number 5, the building. There is building in the game and it's really different. By the looks, it looks like we control the alley to do the building. And some type of building mechanic, it's not really the same. It's not really us mining, right? But the building, it's the blue and yellow alleys, they literally just go tossing themselves at things. They gather things for you by the looks of it as well. And building is not the main focus in this game. It's surprising enough, even though it's technically Minecraft. So technically the reason to playing this cracked out craft is because of the legends. And like I said, it looks cool to build, but these allays, they work fast for you, okay? And it seems like they're the OP builders of the game. I can't tell if it's by the press of a button, but by the way they are dismantling the tree in the trailer, by the looks of it, the player has a chest set down and the allay are just going at the tree like termites. But the items are going back in the box. So I guess you don't need pesticides, just let the alley do all the work for you. Like I said, building is not the main in this game. The alleys are doing it all. I don't mind.
And at 4, red eyes. See, this I figured was certainly something worth pointing out because honestly it's kind of confusing. See, in the trailer when the piglins first exit their portal, their eyes are white. But in the last few moments of the trailer, you can actually see that their eyes are glowing red, which is a total change of pace, especially when red signifies anger, hostility, and given that their homeland is literally the Nether, I'm guessing it signifies hell as well. And while my first thought was that it was a clue towards herobrine and that he loses control over the piglins, instead I think that it's just a simple game mechanic. The red and white eyes are meant to indicate whether they actually see an enemy or not. Red means that they have a target and are hostile, and white means that they're not suspicious, like the sneaking eye in Skyrim, like how it opens and closes, or the color indicators for your actual character when you're sneaking in Security Breach. Although given the new achievements in 1.19, I think Skyrim is definitely the best comparison. Also, hail Talos.
Coming in at number 3, the inventory world box. The alleged inventory box in the overworld that you see in the opening, like right at the shrine. You can see a gold box, and well, if you tell me guys, if you ever played Destiny before, and if not, let me explain what it is, okay? You literally load into the game and you get teleported and everybody gets called to the so-called tower, right? You meet up with the main NPCs, merchant, and the key thing here is the inventory bank in the tower, your aka storage unit where you can't sleep in it though. Well, you can store your loot and all your gear in the so-called bank. Either it will be rare or just cool, which leads me to think Minecraft will have this type of system because it's a strategy game, and unless Mojang is gonna be dumb and do those pay to win aspects, I won't be about it. I'm telling you right now, right? But that being said though, this would be a nice addition to you after your long session with your friends. You can come back to the main village or shrine, or some will call it the beacon, and drop off your loot and brag about what you got compared to your friends. Somewhat like Destiny. Destiny is a shooter game though, that's the only difference, and you're in space, okay? Straight up though, that really reminded me of the Destiny Tower. That's all I gotta say.
But ultimately, in at number 2, the book cover. I've been talking a lot about a specific symbol that appears all over the Minecraft Legends trailer, okay? The box containing the diamond, or I guess technically it contains another square since a diamond is elongated on one axis. But either way, I've talked about that symbol a lot over the past few Legends videos, but watching the trailer at quarter speed, I saw that the symbol also appears on the cover of the book that the villager starts reading at the beginning of the trailer, and that the structure of the Allay fly-through that I think is a way shrine literally teleports the Allay into the next shot. So I think that this symbol will be the main focus of the story, and that activating all of these structures that also turn into way shrines is what the story of the game will revolve around. I'm also hoping, or guessing, that a few of them are going to be unmarked and only found through adventuring instead of just through the story, kind of like an Oblivion or one of the better Skyrim quests, but that's just a hope.
Finally here at number 1, open world just like Breath of the Wild. So you guys have seen the trailer by now, right? And honestly, if you haven't, go take a look at it, okay? But tell me, don't it have this Borderlandish type feel about it? It's kind of like that Breath of the Wild vibe too. Now look at the design work, let alone you can see from the shell shading, looking into the distance, it gives us that type of open world feeling. Much as it is a third person top down-ish viewpoints, it has its moments where you really can see the world. Like, it's big, it's vast, just like the Breath of the Wild. They had this same shell shading vibe looking off in the distance as they looked like there was so much more to explore. Or I could just be totally overthinking it and it runs like the old older Pokemon games that gets tied to the open world somewhat section, and you feel like you're just set to a tied path. So really and truly, I would like to see open world in this game. You know, Legends would be so cool with that. And that's all the time you have it, crafters.
Yes, that is all the time.
Bro, chill. Like, I might be crafting Jay. He is the king cheese, but it looks like the piglin is getting into somebody, huh? Call herobrine. Let's see if he's gonna get the flip.
I caught it though.
No, it would have been dope if he it bounced and then did like another one and just hopped back on. That would have been pretty cool.
That's a short if that happens.
Right? My luscious locks. Sorry.
Same.
He has no hair.
How dare you insulting your king?
Oh
Bastard.
man.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I did that wrong.
Bro. Oh, excuse me. With the flash and the flick. Okay. God damn it. I'm a Henry. Don't forget. I got King Henry on my side. Jeez. Anyways. Sorry. All right.
While it's being built.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. God damn it.
Haha, you dropped your phone.
But I ain't afraid of no ghost.
It's cracked now.
No, my phone ain't cracked.
I saw you coming into Japan Game Pass.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about Game Pass. I swear. I'm a PlayStation guy. I'm a Sony pony.